Right now, a silent threat is brewing in your leg that the airline will never warn you about. They profit from your ignorance, banking on the fact that you don't know the system is rigged against you from the moment you step onto that airport curb. They might owe you $3,800 by law, but they'll offer you a $10 meal voucher instead. While you're cruising at 30,000 feet, professional thieves could be using the very tags on your luggage to find a roadmap straight to your front door. Stop. The airport is a high-stakes game where the house always wins, unless you know the moves. You need these 15 rules to navigate this minefield and come out both safe and compensated. Here is rule 1 of 15. Your luggage tag is a billboard for burglars. Camila, a 22-year-old nurse flying out of Kansas City, MCI, thought she was being responsible by writing her full home address on her suitcase. She stood at the check-in counter, unaware that her baggage was announcing her house would be empty for the next 12 days. The airline won't tell you this, but they aren't monitoring the crowds to see who is snapping photos of your personal info. Camila was essentially handing out an invitation to her living room from over 1,000 miles away. One quick photo by a predator in the terminal is all it takes to start a countdown. Your bag becomes their roadmap. Stop. Here is the fix. Stop putting your residential address on the outside of your luggage. Use your office address or just a dedicated travel email. If you want to be truly secure, invest in a tag with a leather privacy flap that hides your details from prying eyes. Always place a second contact card inside your suitcase, just in case the outer tag gets torn off by the sorting machines. Reality check. Security starts before you even reach the gate. Camila could have enjoyed her trip without the constant anxiety of a break-in by simply keeping her private life private. Privacy is your first line of defense. You just secured your home, but that won't help when your digital footprint is exposed. Rule 2 of 15 is about the digital scout. Turn off your location services before you even think about checking in. Jack, a 31-year-old marketing specialist, was sitting at gate B12 in Chicago, ORD, feeling that pre-vacation rush. He did what millions of us do every single day. He posted a high-resolution photo of his boarding pass to his Instagram story. Jack thought he was just sharing a milestone, but he was actually handing over his digital keys. Scammers use the barcodes on those passes to access your frequent flyer account, change your seat, or even cancel your return flight. Worse, criminals use these social media check-ins to confirm your house is ripe for the picking. They find your name, look up public records, and use Google Street View to scout your property for expensive cars or hidden entrances. They know exactly how many days they have until you land back at ORD. They are banking on your excitement to override your caution. Here is the fix. Never post travel photos in real time. Wait until you are back on your couch to share the highlights. Second, go into Google Maps and request to blur your house in Street View. It's a simple privacy request that creates a digital dead zone for scouts. The airline won't tell you this, but your digital trail is a GPS to your front door. Jack's house stayed safe only because a friend called him to delete the post within minutes. But even a blurred house won't save you from the next threat waiting in the airline's own policies. Let's move to Rule 3 of 15. The 24-hour escape hatch is your best friend. Marcus, a 45-year-old lawyer from Denver, DEN, realized 2 hours after booking a non-refundable flight that he had the wrong dates. He panicked, thinking his $600 was gone forever. Most airlines won't tell you this, but the Department of Transportation requires them to allow you to cancel or change any flight booked at least 7 days before departure within a 24-hour window for a full refund. They prefer you pay the $200 change fee out of pure ignorance. Marcus called the airline, and the agent tried to steer him toward a travel credit. Stop. He stayed firm and cited the DOT rule. Here is the fix. Always double-check your itinerary immediately after booking. If you find a mistake, don't wait. Use that 24-hour window to wipe the slate clean. This also works if the price drops significantly right after you buy. Cancel, refund, and rebook at the lower rate. Reality check. This only applies if you book directly with the airline. Third-party booking sites often have their own convoluted rules that bypass federal protections. Marcus saved his money because he knew his rights. You saved your cash, but that won't matter if your belongings are destroyed in the dark. Rule 4 of 15 focuses on the baggage handling betrayal. Do you really know who touches your suitcase after it disappears behind those heavy rubber flaps at check-in? Emily, a 28-year-old accountant, found out the hard way at Houston IAH. She handed over her designer bag, feeling secure. When she reached her destination, the hard side shell was cracked and her jewelry was missing. The airline won't tell you this, but your bag is often handled by third-party contractors who are under immense pressure to move thousands of units an hour. They are banking on your inability to prove when the damage occurred. Here is the fix. Before you drop that bag at IAH, film a continuous 5-second video of you zipping the bag shut at the terminal. Show the condition of the exterior and the contents inside. This is your leverage. Use a bright zip tie through the lock loops as a visual deterrent. If the tie is clipped, you know someone went inside. Stop. If Emily had that video, she wouldn't have spent months fighting a claim that the airline called pre-existing wear and tear. A time-stamped video is a punchline they cannot ignore. This works in most cases, but remember that no lock is a vault. It is just a delay. Emily finally got her check, but only after she produced digital proof. You secured your gear, but your physical safety is next. Rule 5 of 15 is the unlicensed transport trap. Johan, a 34-year-old chef, arrived at Helsinki, HEL, during a freezing night where the temperature dropped to a bitter 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Exhausted, he ignored the official taxi signs and followed a man who whispered, "Taxi," near the baggage claim. He thought he was saving 5 minutes. He was actually stepping into an extortion scheme. 10 minutes into the ride, the driver began taking side streets, moving miles away from the city center. The driver then demanded a special city toll in cash that was triple the normal fare. Johan felt the walls closing in. Stop. Most people freeze here. Don't. If you find yourself in an unlicensed car, use the vomit trick. Tell the driver you are about to throw up. No driver wants their interior ruined, and they will almost always pull over immediately. Johan did this, grabbed his 40-pound suitcase, and bolted into a brightly lit grocery store. Always verify the license plate, and never share your specific destination until you see their official permit on the dash. They are banking on your fatigue. Subscribe to beat the system. You survived the ride, but your wallet is still a target for the airline's secret pricing. Rule 6 of 15 is the hidden city hazard. Sarah, a 52-year-old librarian from Charlotte, CLT, tried to save $400 by using skip lagging. She booked a flight from Charlotte to Miami with a layover in Atlanta, intending to just get off in Atlanta. She thought she was outsmarting the industry. She wasn't. The airline won't tell you this, but skip lagging is a violation of the contract of carriage you signed when you bought the ticket. When Sarah didn't show up for the second leg, the airline automatically canceled her entire return flight and flagged her frequent flyer account. They are banking on your desire for a deal, to trap you into buying a last-minute ticket home at 5 times the cost. Here is the fix. If you must skip lag, never link your frequent flyer number and never check a bag. Your luggage is tagged to the final destination, not the layover. If the gate agent forces a gate check, your bag is going to Miami while you're in Atlanta. Stop. Reality check. Airlines are now using sophisticated software to identify skip laggers and are banning them for life. Sarah had to pay $1,000 for a new flight home. Savings can be an expensive mistake. You saved your account, but Rule 7 is where the real money is. Rule 7 of 15 is the $3,800 baggage bounty. Ethan, a 26-year-old teacher, stood at the baggage claim in Los Angeles, LAX, staring at a motionless conveyor belt. It was 10:45 a.m., and his professional camera gear worth $2,500 was gone. The agent at the counter offered a half-hearted apology and a meal voucher. They ignore your rights to protect their bottom line. The airline won't tell you that they are liable for up to $3,800 for lost or damaged bags on domestic flights. This is a federal limit set by the Department of Transportation. Most people just leave the airport and wait for a call. That is a massive mistake. You must file a formal written property irregularity report before you pass through the sliding glass doors of the arrivals hall. Demand a copy of the report and the agent's name. Here is the fix. Keep every single receipt for clothing or toiletries you buy while your bag is missing. The airline must reimburse you for reasonable expenses. Ethan knew this, stayed calm, and cited the DOT limit. He eventually walked away with $1,800 in compensation. He fought the system and won. Demand your money because they certainly won't volunteer it. Rule 8 of 15 is the gate security social engineering scam. Sebastian, a 41-year-old architect, was at Vienna, VIE, when his phone buzzed. A security officer claimed his bright orange bag was flagged for contraband. To avoid immediate arrest and a heavy fine, Sebastian was told he needed to wire $4,500 to a legal fund. They knew his name and described his bag perfectly because they had just seen him at the check-in counter. Sebastian froze. Stop. This is a high-pressure scam designed to bypass your logic. The airline won't tell you this, but real airport police will never call you to demand a wire transfer. They will come to you in person with a badge. If this happens, hang up. Go to an official airline desk or a police substation within the terminal. Here is the fix. Use luggage tag covers so your info isn't public to every predator standing in line. Sebastian ignored the call and confirmed with a real agent that his bag was already on the plane. He saved his savings by staying calm. Reality check. Scammers rely on the panic factor. While it feels targeted, it's just a predator who saw your bag 5 minutes ago. Don't let them win. Rule 9 of 15 covers the digital border search. Over 15,000 devices are searched at U.S. borders every year without a warrant. Wyatt, a 39-year-old data scientist, was pulled into a secondary screening room at Salt Lake City, SLC. He wasn't carrying anything illegal, but his laptop contained proprietary algorithms worth millions. The agents demanded his passcode. The airline won't tell you this, but your professional life is an open book once you reach that customs line. They are banking on your desire to just get home to gain access to your data. Here is the fix. If you travel with sensitive data, use a clean burner laptop or tablet. If you must use your primary device, ensure the drive is fully encrypted and the device is powered down before you hit the terminal. Second, never use public USB charging ports at SLC. They are the ultimate honey traps for juice jacking, where your data is siphoned off while you charge. Use a portable power bank instead. Wyatt remained professional and asked for a supervisor to clarify the scope of the search. Most people just hand over their entire digital life. Don't be a victim. While agents have broad authority, a high level of technical preparation lowers your risk. Rule 10 of 15 is a matter of life and death. You must move your legs every 60 minutes or risk a medical emergency that the airline definitely won't pay for. Theodore, a 55-year-old manager, learned this the hard way on a long-haul flight departing from Baltimore, BWI. He stayed glued to his seat for nearly 10 hours, focused on a movie marathon. By the time he landed, his left leg was swollen and pulsing with a dull ache. This isn't just discomfort. In 2025, prolonged immobility in tight economy seats is a major risk factor for deep vein thrombosis. The airline won't tell you this, but blood clots don't care about your frequent flyer status. Here's the fix. Perform seated calf raises every hour. Lift your heels, hold for 3 seconds, and repeat 10 times. This acts as a manual pump for your circulatory system. Also, avoid crossing your legs, as this cuts off blood flow even further. Theodore thought he was just tired, but he was actually lucky to avoid a pulmonary embolism. While you can't pace the aisles for miles, staying active within your 2-foot-wide bubble is essential. They are banking on your laziness to keep you quiet and still. Don't be a victim. Long flights are a test of endurance. Subscribe to beat the system. Rule 11 of 15 is the biometric opt-out. James, a 47-year-old editor, approached the boarding gate at Newark, EWR. The camera swiveled, its red light glowing like a digital eye. It wanted his face. Most passengers just stare into the lens, unaware that their biometric data is being processed by private contractors. The airline won't tell you this, but you still have a choice. James didn't want his facial features mapped into a permanent database. He didn't look away. Instead, he calmly spoke to the agent and requested a manual ID check. The agent paused, then signaled for him to step aside. It's that simple. You can say no. Under current TSA guidelines, U.S. citizens have the legal right to opt out of facial recognition in favor of a traditional document check. They are banking on your ignorance to make the process faster and more automated. Reality check. Requesting this might add about 3 minutes to your boarding time. For James, his digital privacy was worth the small delay. He showed his physical ID, the agent cleared him, and he walked down the jet bridge. Privacy isn't a gift. It's a choice you have to make every time you fly. Rule 12 of 15 is the seat map hack. Liam, a 24-year-old student from Seattle, SEA, felt the walls of the cabin closing in as he squeezed into seat 24B. The air felt thin, and the seat in front was inches from his face. This is where they screw you, selling every square inch while you struggle to breathe. Legroom is not a right in economy. It's a luxury they want you to pay for. But you don't need a first-class ticket to escape the crush. The airline won't tell you this, but the back of the plane is often your secret sanctuary. Stop. Before you board at gate D12, check the airline's mobile app one last time. Look for blocked seats that suddenly become available due to missed connections. Walk up to the agent and ask if there is flexibility to move to an open row for weight balance. It sounds professional, and it works. Reality check. If the flight is 100% full, you're stuck. But for Liam, that simple question turned a middle seat nightmare into a private 3-seat lounge. He finally had space to breathe. You can too, if you know the move. Rule 13 of 15 is the cabin hygiene secret. Elena, a 38-year-old dentist, was flying out of Amsterdam, AMS. She watched the flight attendants serve coffee and tea, but she stuck to bottled water. Why? The airline won't tell you this, but the water tanks on airplanes are rarely cleaned and are often home to high levels of bacteria. A study of dozens of aircraft found that the tap water in the galleys frequently failed health standards. Elena knew that the ice cubes and the hot water used for coffee are often sourced from these same tanks. They are banking on your thirst to keep their catering costs low. Here is the fix. Only drink beverages from sealed cans or bottles. Avoid the coffee and tea unless you are sure the water was boiled at a temperature high enough to kill pathogens, which is rarely achieved in a pressurized cabin. Stop. Use a hand sanitizer after touching the tray table, which is often the dirtiest surface on the entire plane. Elena stayed healthy because she treated the cabin like a sterile environment. Your health is your responsibility, not the airline's. Rule 14 of 15 is the AirTag concealment strategy. Stop hanging your trackers on the outside of your luggage where everyone can see them. It seems smart until you realize you've just put a target on your gear. Jackson, a 29-year-old photographer from Seattle, was flying through Rome, FCO, with $5,000 in lenses. He clipped a brand new AirTag to the external zipper. While he was distracted near the gate, a professional thief noticed the shiny silver disc. With one quick tug, the keychain was gone. The thief is banking on your ignorance of how easy these are to remove. Jackson's phone showed his bag at the gate, but his gear was already being loaded into a car at the exit. The thief simply tossed the AirTag into a trash can. Cheap holder, expensive mistake. The fix is to hide the tracker. Unzip the interior lining of your suitcase and tuck the AirTag between the fabric and the hard shell. Tape it down so it doesn't rattle. The signal passes through the plastic easily. A thief won't find it in the 5 seconds they have to ditch a tracker. It buys you time and gives you a real GPS coordinate to give the police. Jackson lost his gear because he chose style over security. Don't repeat his error. Rule 15 of 15 is the final departure check. Lily, a 63-year-old artist, stood at the check-in counter at Venice, VCE, watching her leather suitcase slide down the conveyor belt. She felt a wave of relief as it vanished. But 3 hours later, landing in New York, that relief turned into pure regret. Her bag was gone. When she reached the lost luggage desk, the agent asked for a description. Lily realized she couldn't even remember the exact color of the handle or the brand name. She had no proof of the bag's condition or the valuables inside. She was helpless because she lacked evidence. The airline won't tell you this, but your claim is only as strong as your documentation. They are banking on your lack of preparation to deny your claim. Stop. Before you let that bag disappear, pull out your phone. Take 3 clear photos. One of the exterior to prove it wasn't damaged. One of the open bag to document the contents. Most importantly, snap a photo of the printed luggage tag the agent just attached. This creates a digital paper trail that is impossible for the airline to ignore. Lily spent weeks arguing with customer service because she lacked these simple images. She lost the game. Reality check. A photo won't bring your bag back instantly, but it forces the airline to take your claims seriously. It stops them from blaming wear and tear for a crushed suitcase. If you don't know these rules, the airport will take your money every time. The airlines hate that you know this. Join the elite group of travelers who know the truth by hitting that subscribe button right now.